It's my opinion. I don't think Floyd left EFF. Floyd started EFF. EFF is where it is because of Floyd and Malema. I don't believe, even in my sleep, that Floyd and Malema will ever be splitted. This could be orchestrated for us to be fooled and to lose the MK without knowing. But it's up to Zuma. If he does think he's got intelligence, he should be using his intelligence, because he will always lie to us and say he's got intelligence. Intelligence is telling him what. But so many things has gone wrong in the MK under the nose of those so-called his intelligence. But for Chibambo to come to MK, there is something fishy about it. And I don't believe he came in just to assist MK or because he's got something against Malema. They've been working very well together, and they must keep that together. MK doesn't have any future now because Zuma brought all his cronies who are tainted. I'm very much surprised that you can take a person that has got a number of cases against, and then you say that person must leave the organization. Dr. Flope is now Dr. Flope, the judge, the former judge. He has to clean himself first. He was supposed to wait and clean himself. Once he's clean, then he comes to MK and be a leader. He should have taken a membership and stayed as a member. Then people who were in MK, who worked in the MK, must be brought in to work. Because it's not about, there's nothing at all. There's nothing that is, I don't know. But people who are in MK can take MK forward because they know the problems on the shop floor, where they come from. They know why they joined MK. But Dr. Klopp never cared about MK. He was just parachuted up to lead the MK without knowing even the values or any things that we discussed about MK. MK has been hijacked by Zuma's cronies. All people that are in this so-called state capture, fraud things, no VBS, or whatever, they all moved to Umkhonto weSizwe. For what? So I'm thinking that Zuma is creating now a cabal that is going to finish the country. Because if you put in corrupt people together, what are you bringing? What are you doing? I'm questioning this. I never registered in Umkhonto weSizwe for Zuma's cronies to come back and fight the state, to continue where they started looting. I'm very, very much unhappy about this. And I will go to court, and I'm begging South Africans who wants to change, who wants to deal away with crime, who wants to deal away with fraud, who wants to deal away with anything that is disabling the South Africans from living freely in South Africa. The removal of the parliamentarians. I was involved in the elections of those people to be in the list in parliament. I was with Sihle Ngubane, who is now the what you call it, is leading the organization in the parliament, but is second to Judge Shope. He was part of it. He was doing the registration of these people. But today, he was the first to write a letter to say they went in wrongly. Sihle Ngubane is a liar. He lied to the country. Those lists were signed by him. He was a deputy secretary of the organization under Advocate Mashudu, and myself as the deputy president at the time. Zuma was not in Gauteng. He was in Cape Town. He was informed that we have a problem with the list that we had combined before with Gorbachev and other leaders, because those lists could not be sent in because Gorbachev was fired by Zuma the night before we were supposed to submit. This is the problem with Zuma. He doesn't think. He just do things the way he wants to do it. He doesn't consult. And the first problem he caused for MK was to fire Gorbachev and McDonald. Those were the people who were dealing with the restoration to the parliamentarians. They had all the list, all the provinces submitted. On that night, before the day of submission, he fired them at 6 p.m. He said they must leave and they must give Advocate Mashudu all the document. They never did that. They were aggrieved. They left with the document. The next day, Mashudu was his first day in the organization as a secretary. And Sihle Mbubane was the first day as a deputy secretary. And they both worked on that day. They called me. It was about 11 o'clock. I went and assisted them to register. So the numbers that we got to get to Parliament were done by Sihle, Advocate Mashudu, myself, Mahlalendabeni, and all the groups that Mahlalendabeni, Sihle, and Advocate Mashudu brought in. Advocate Mashudu even bought 6 brand new laptops to assist on that to get these people the parliamentarian so that we can qualify. If Mashudu and Sihle and Mahlalendabeni did not do that, MK would not be in parliament today. And Zuma was not there. Zuma's daughter was not there. All these cronies that he's bringing in now, they were not there. The young man called Tam, he was there the whole night and he was working. Today is the first on the list to be chucked out of Umkhonto parliamentarians. This is the craziness of Jacob Zuma. He doesn't think. He just do things as he wishes. Because people say, Baba, that is a very big problem that we have in Umkhonto because Umkhonto is not going forward because people will tell you, Baba is sleeping, Baba is tired, Baba is this. And we've missed all the things that the South African voters, they voted Umkhonto to lead in KZN, but we are not leading in KZN today because Zuma was sleeping when the other parties were working towards getting the parliamentarians to work. In KZN, we should be leading. We should be having a premier. We're not having a premier. We are. I don't know what is it called now. In the national, we're supposed to be part of the government in whatever way, because the people voted to say, go to parliament and deal with our issues. People did not say, go to parliament and make mockery of us. What you see now is mockery. People that are in there, they will tell you, Ubaba. It's not right. So people who are parliamentarians that have been sent out are the very people that made the MK to be in parliament. Those people who are checking out these people, they were not even there to assist the organization to get into parliament. But because they are so-called chomies of Zuma's daughter, they have now taken over and they're doing as they please and they tell Zuma what to do. And Zuma doesn't say anything. He just say, okay, then he sign. They were chucked out for nothing. Those people, they are the ones who were on the ground. And on top of the people that are in parliament, I want to say, we have Black Africans who were small businesses in the townships who made sure that MK is live. They did your motorgate, your whatever, they organized. I'm very painful on this one because those people took their money. We had no money as a leadership. They will even give us money for petrol to come to them when they called these meetings. But Zuma, in many of these meetings, he never went to them. He would listen to his daughter to say where he must go. Where there are people who are really supporting MK will never be attended. But today, none of those businessmen are being hurt. They are lying there. They are nothing. When they want to go and see Zuma, the daughter will say no, and Zuma will not go. He will only go to the people that he had worked with, people that attended, people that had no interest in the MK when it was in its inception. They never put even a cent, but today they are called leaders of Umkhonto. And the people who are supposed to be leading Umkhonto